everybody, this is Mercilessly with Guardian Slave Trade. You can find us on Shatterbone. Our website is guardianslavetrade.com. I'm going to show you a rogue ranged DPS build that I have built. It is great for dungeons and PvP. Actually, it works great for both. I'm going to go over the souls with you, some rotations, and a few other little details to go along with it. We'll start off with the soul tree. What I have is Marksman as my main, Nightblade, and Riftstalker. Marksman is the best ranged DPS that I found for rotations. I do not use any hit chance talent points. I find it very useless. I just don't see any significant difference in using that. I also don't use any AoE upgrades, and close quarters combat I find obsolete as well. You have your repelling shots, you have tons of speed buffs. There's no reason that you should need to be up close. The Nightblade. This is important because I don't see Nightblade put with a lot of range because it is a melee class, but it is important for these two skills right here. Blazing Fury, increase the damage of your combo points. That is important. And if you add that with coup de grace, it increases your finisher. So put together, your finishers are going to do a lot of extra damage, and it's very good for some burst damage. Riftstalker, you might ask why I added Riftstalker. You know, a lot of people add Ranger with their Marksman, and that's okay, but you can also get the attack power that you get with Ranger out of Riftstalker. You can add some endurance and Rift Scavenger, which adds you some HP after combo points are not used. It also, I like to use the teleporting ability. It's very useful for PvP. If your tank wipes, it's good to get away from the mobs in a dungeon. Let's go over some rotations. With your Marksman, it is very important that you have Strafe, improved hit and run, and empowered shot, deadeye shot, bullseye, swift shot, and a rapid fire. These are going to be your main abilities for dungeons, as well as PvP, but there's a little extra for PvP. Now, it is always important to use your pedestal. I used to always forget, but it is so important. Like, if you look at Strafe, you get an additional 20% damage dealt if you have your pedestal up, and that's going to make a huge difference both in PvP and boss or elites. Let's go over rotation number 1. For Strafe. Strafe is going to give you almost 2,000 damage plus 5 combo points within 4 seconds. That is very important. It's a good opener if you're coming up against somebody one-on-one, or if you're doing a boss. I'll go over different rotations for boss and PvP. Let's show you Strafe. Now, if you're running in PvP, you have to get off a rapid fire shot for your finisher. If you're standing still and you're in a dungeon, use your deadeye shot. It's got a cast time, but it is so worth the extra damage. Plus, with your talent tree, you have increased critical hit chance with your deadeye shot. Rotation number 2, use your improved hit and run. This makes your empowered shot and your deadeye shot instant cast. I recommend making a macro for your empowered shot to spam it. That'll get your combo points up quick. I'll just show you how it goes real quick. just like that. Add a bullseye in there, that makes your next cast an instant critical. That was always useful. Now, if you're on a boss, you obviously want to lengthen your rotations. So normally if I was trying to do a lot of burst damage, I could spam my strafe, get a finisher off, pop improved hit and run, and spam empower, then deadeye, then reload. Reload resets all your cooldowns, which means you can just do 1 and 2 again. And that's awesome for great burst damage, but if you're in a boss fight, you kind of want to spread it out a little bit. Otherwise, you're going to have a lot of downtime, which is going to be a lot of swift shot, swift shot, swift shot, swift shot, and it's just not very convenient. So what I would do is a strafe, pop off your deadeye shot, get some empowered with swift shot, get a finisher off, maybe do it 1 or 2 more times. That by then your strafe should be back up, pop strafe again, then pop your hit and run, and do that rotation, reload, strafe, hit and run. This is very important for big bosses so that you don't have a lot of downtime. Now when you're in PvP, don't forget about your CC. I always like to open with barb shot. Everybody's moving in PvP. When you pop barb shot on somebody, they're doing damage to themselves just by running. Just by moving, they're killing themselves. Also, you have a silence called deaden and static shot. Static shot, it's not the best ability, but it's got some times for it. That is about it. I have parsed the rotation. If you have your constant 1 and 2 going, you get up to 1200 damage a second. Depending on how you rotate between those 2 rotations plus whatever you want to come up with in between, it comes up to an average of 700 to 800. But rogues are infamous for their burst damage. That's what we're here for. So you can do your 1200 right off the bat. If you have any other questions, you can mail me on Shatterbone. My name is Mercilessly, MERCILESSLY. You can also find me on GuardianSlaveTrade.com. And be sure to check us out. Thanks for watching my video.